Mario has drive, gumption.
You were gonna help me find my brother.
He has confidence.
We're not leaving without your army.
And some pretty sick skills.
It's me, Mario. Found the problem.
There's an innocence, and there's a sweetness, and there's an optimism to Mario.
I am so glad we spent our life savings on this commercial.
We're both dreamers. We both stepped out of comfort and moved towards something to chase a dream.
He plays really well as an everyman hero. He's a really, just down-to-earth guy.
I think Chris just does a wonderful job vocally of bringing that quality out.
Say that again about my brother, and you're gonna regret it.
Mario is devoted to his brother, very close with my own brother.
Hey!
Although, I think back in the day, I was more of the Luigi. But I'm Mario now.
Woohoo!
The character is an everyman, and at the next moment, he's gonna defeat a giant gorilla. Also has to be funny and also has to be able to convey emotion. Each one of these things are really hard to do, and Chris Pratt is able to pull all of them off.
Oh, I got this. No problem.
Am I similar to Mario? He has a better mustache than me. Even when I grow my mustache, it's not as robust.
Chris Pratt is an incredible comedic actor.
That hurt, right?
Yes!
Over the last few years, as he's done bigger action movies, people forget that he started on a television sitcom.
Mamma mia!
You're in a room with people and you're building and collaborating. It's almost like playing music.
Aaron and I, we like to get really obnoxious takes from actors.
You know what? Make fun of me all you want.
Not big enough. Bigger, bigger. Sometimes they're like, you're killing my voice. You're killing my voice.
Had enough? Not even close.
Chris is always like, I could do bigger. I could do 50 more.
Whoa!
He had this endless enthusiasm and energy, and it was really important for him to get this character right because he understood how important it was to everybody.
I learned a lot and helped discover and even be part of the collaborative force creating what his real story is. It's an opportunity for you to sit down and go on a journey, see yourself in the character. I have a feeling this is not the last time you're going to see a Mario movie.
We have hit the big time.
I'm Anya Taylor-Joy, and I have the privilege of playing Princess Peach. She grabs the reins, she takes control. She really is the master of her own fate. I think she's really cool. I aspire to be more like her. Okay, let's see what you're made of. We are going to stop Bowser.
She's the most famous damsel in distress.
Princess Peach is a beloved character. She's incredibly iconic.
She's the sovereign princess of the Mushroom Kingdom, which is always in conflict with Bowser.
What are we gonna do?
I will not let him hurt you.
Somebody who has that position, actually, they would have to be, really tough.
Very, very determined and absolutely fearless. She's just head first into battle. Together, we'll annihilate that monster.
And you usually worry more for her opponent than you do for her.
The question is, how do we make her an actualized character?
I wanted to bring her more into this century slightly by making her a little bit more capable.
That was amazing.
In the movie, Peach really leans into the role of a leader. The hero needs a guide to this world. He's out of his depth, he doesn't know anything. So it was a really natural place for us to go where Peach took that role.
Pretty incredible, huh?
Mamma mia.
Anya stepped into that role beautifully. She's very sweet, but she could also be really tough as well. She found that balance kind of perfectly.
Bowser's on his way! You have to evacuate!
There's a vocal quality she has that makes Peach feel real and lived in.
This guy's a lunatic, a psycho. We kind of started with the voice. I wanted to pitch it a little bit differently, not just have it really high all the time. Don't worry, we're going to save him.
Anya Taylor-Joy really brought the classic Peach to life while also moving her past our expectations.
We have a long journey ahead of us, Mustache.
I want to see a character that is aspirational for my niece and for everyone else's daughters.
Having the opportunity to play a character that's loved by so many, but getting the opportunity to sort of flesh her out a little bit more and make her the hero of her own story.
She was always game for any of this stuff. She always wanted to improve or elevate the performance in any way that she could. She was just like so great to work with.
I would 100% be down to do it again. We have so much to explore with these characters, and we just have so much fun making it.
Here we go!
You just got Luigi.
Where Luigi goes, I follow.
Yes!
Luigi's probably the character I relate the most to.
Team Luigi.
Oh no, we're gonna be late.
Luigi is the Luigi that we all know and love.
This nervous, scared character.
Do something!
Maybe not the bravest of the two Mario brothers.
He's afraid of everything. He's a little awkward.
Excuse you!
Every once in a while, he gets a little aggressive. He's quite complicated.
Yay!
He has such a charming personality. He really cares about others.
I was great. Are you kidding me? You were great!
He's good at getting himself into some tight spots.
Leave him to me.
When Bowser is torturing him, plucking at his mustache hairs, and Luigi is terrified.
Do you know him?
But still defending his brother.
He's my brother Mario, and he's the best guy in the world!
And still saying his brother's a wonderful person is so Luigi.
There was such a natural fit to cast Charlie's Luigi.
I'm pretty good at plumbing. Definitely, we have that in common. I also love Italian food.
I like mushrooms, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Even though we didn't know him, we felt like a bond with his comedy.
You can't be scared all the time.
You'd be surprised.
Oh, that hits a little close to home for us, I think.
Yeah.
So bold!
You don't know what Charlie Day's gonna say, you don't know what Luigi's gonna say, but whatever it is gonna feel right in the moment.
There was nothing to really find. It was just he came in and he just knew how to do it.
The Super Mario Brothers are in business!
Even in the smallest bits of performance, he's able to really create a full character with Luigi.
He's just a big sweetheart, and it's nice to play a good guy.
You're so brave.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's kind of my thing.
Neat thing to be a part of it, and maybe get my own game one day. That'd be cool.
Goodbye, Mario. Bowser rules with an iron fist. With rage. With fear. And he rules with the power of rock.
Bowser is the king of the Koopas.
Behold, the king of the Koopas!
When you meet him, he is just evil personified.
Open the gates or die.
A lot of terrifying moments.
It feels great to flex that evil muscle, and it also feels like a necessary part of the soup. It's a powerful ingredient, man. That's the spice.
We'll see how tough this Mario is when he watches me kill his brother.
I don't actually know where Bowser ends and Jack Black begins.
Sit. Jam with me.
It was a cool thing to explore. I don't get to play a lot of super evil characters.
Jack brought so much energy.
They're both enormous personalities.
And now no one can stop me!
And I just sort of tapped into my inner beast, my inner monster.
Come out and fight! Or are you too scared?
And it's really fun.
The rock and roll side of him, that he's able to be big and menacing, but also even inject that with the sense of fun.
Will you marry me?
Oh, yes! What?
As you get deeper in the movie, you discover there's another side to him.
I will ask their princess to marry me in a fairy tale wedding!
He really wants to marry a princess?
We can rule the world together. He wants to have the fairy tale wedding. He wants to have the perfect cake and the flowers to be just so.
Then he doesn't really care who he steps on to get there.
He's going to destroy you with fire!
It's just funny, that juxtaposition. Big word.
Love really makes a guy come out of his shell.
People started thinking, Bowser looks like the villain for sure, but he's also cute.
You kind of feel bad for Bowser once in a while.
Of course she hates me. But that makes me love her all the more. How could she ever love him He's such a beast.
How do we make this character evil, but how do we make him a little bit likable?
Peach, you're so cool.
Bowser does have a song in this movie. He plays an incredible piano ballad.
Peach, I'm gonna love you till the very end.
That extols his love for Princess Peach.
Neon lights and soft lenses.
It's funnier, it's sweeter, it's more relatable.
Bowser's charm really soared from that point.
Work of art.
It is a side of Jack you've never seen before.
You ruined my wedding.
Well, it would be really embarrassing to admit that I am very much like Bowser.
Kinda.
I think all of us have a little Bowser inside somewhere, buried deep. Whenever you are driving down the road and you want to yell at someone in traffic, that's your Bowser coming out.
Destroy the Mushroom Kingdom!
Do not touch that mushroom, you'll die!
He has this boldness about him.
That hurt, right?
And it doesn't matter how his size or his stature. He's fierce and he's brave.
I said I wouldn't let anyone hurt you. That is how you princess!
Toad is the first character that Mario meets on his journey.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Toad.
When he encounters Mario, there's this golden opportunity for him to show him his world and what his world is all about.
Come on, Mario!
Instantly bonds with Mario. As soon as he sees him, he's like, I'm gonna help this guy out.
An eternal little ray of sunshine and ultimate hype man.
A princess would never go out with you.
Yes, she would. I guarantee she would.
There's an enthusiasm that's infectious about him.
He's Mario's excited little buddy. He leads him on his adventure. He's always there.
This way, Mario. The princess lives right on that hill.
He's like the reliable best friend.
Excuse me, everybody. Coming through. This guy's brother is going to die.
Toad in our movie was inspired by...
I have a 14-pound dog.
We're best friends.
If you leave the room for 1 minute and you come back, it's like they haven't seen you in 5 years and they're so happy. Can we bring that kind of optimistic, loving, obsessive energy to a character?
I relate to Toad's enthusiasm. I think of myself as a pretty enthusiastic person.
Come on, guys!
And Keegan completely captured that.
Yeah, woo!
I wanted to just make sure that I was respectfully portraying him for the sake of everybody who's a fan of this world. Yeah, it was a little intimidating.
Oh, I'm sorry. That one's perfectly fine.
Keegan is another actor who's just great at improv.
I fear nothing.
These guys gave me a certain degree of freedom. It was really nice to be able to explore together to find the voice for Toad.
He looks adorable.
You give him a scenario and say, give me 15 funny lines.
Bing, bing, boom. I don't like it. I will protect you.
We have to sadly settle on one of them because they can't all be in there.
That kind of open spirit in a creative workspace is essential.
He can be very excitable, then very protective, then very defensive, and he just did a wonderful job.
We're going on an adventure!
I would absolutely love to go on another adventure with Toad. It'd be nice if there was a little Mushroom Kingdom movie, just saying.
Yeah, Donkey Kong's kind of a showboat.
That's what they came here for!
A little petulant, I guess you would say.
I let him win, just for the record.
Mostly he just wants his dad to like him.
No time now, definitely later.
I think my favorite one is DK.
I am DK. I'm Donkey Kong.
It's one of the funniest parts in the whole movie.
Hi, Dad. Hi.
No. He's a little bit spoiled. He's a little bit angry. He's trying to prove himself desperately.
Dancing Pecs.
That's what drives a lot of his desires to entertain and to get attention, which I very much relate to.
Oh my, ah!
He's also weird and goofy in a way that's frustrating to his dad.
Dad, wave back. Enough with the showboating.
Donkey Kong just wants to make his father kind of love him and proud, and his father's kind of unimpressed with him, and part of his motivation, you want to know why? It's to prove to his father that he's not just some spoiled, rich kid. I hate you.
Seth captures Donkey Kong's arrogance, but also a little bit of his vulnerability.
Mario, you saved my life.
I think that's what makes the character so lovable.
I won't tell anyone.
Good, please don't.
Okay.
He sort of seems like he was born to play Donkey Kong in this movie.
I was given a lot of freedom to kind of make the character my own.
He's always thinking about the larger scene and all the other things that come into play.
Dude, is this you flirting? This is painful. I was trying to be nice.
More than any other actor I've worked with, he thinks like a writer.
Yes, I do.
They generally told me that Donkey Kong was angry and yelling a lot.
I am more than a guy who smashes things!
And so most of the direction they gave me was to be angrier and to yell more.
He's offering a ton of improv.
He'll give you 1,000 takes. They're all funny.
It is on like Donkey Kong!
And then our job has to be, it's like, which hilarious line are we going to pick for the movie? Then take credit for his genius.
It's a fun character. It's a fun world. Yes! I would be thrilled to see Donkey Kong go on more adventures. Maybe give him some pants this time.
All right, tough guy.
Cranky Kong is like, I'm the king, I'm old, and I'm over it.
Okay, simmer down.
Fred Armisen plays Cranky Kong, the father of Donkey Kong and the ruler of the Jungle Kingdom.
Great and mighty Cranky Kong.
So, I heard you want my army.
Yeah, he's such a cranky baby.
Get inside.
A guy who, you know, his knees are always hurting, and he has bad allergies.
No, that's not it.
So dismissive, and he's kind of like not even paying attention half the time.
Who is this guy?
But that's part of the charm of him, is that he's just such a cranky old grump.
Okay, fine.
and Fred nailed that.
You did good, kid.
What I love about him is usually he's able to make very small comedy funny.
Are you two done whispering?
We pushed him in the opposite direction for this movie.
The greatest army in the world!
And he turned out to be equally funny doing these over-the-top roles.
Lucky for you guys.
I still can't believe that's the voice coming from Fred.
Yeah.
I don't know how he did it, but he dug deep and he found the cranky inner gorilla in himself.
Yeah, I know.
Ooh, fresh meat for the grinder.
Who's this ray of sunshine?
Lumily is a cheerful nihilist.
Time, like hope, is an illusion.
The cutest Nintendo character you can imagine, just saying the darkest, most depressing things.
Life in prison is very, very sad.
I love this character.
Lumily was our guilty pleasure for comedy. Just so excited to be stuck in jail.
There's no escape.
The anti-Mario in a lot of ways, where Mario's just like bright, optimistic guy. Lumily is just like doom and gloom.
Please, we are depressed enough.
There's a process in animation called Scratch, where you record temporary performances for storyboards. My oldest daughter was able to give the performance and read the lines.
In an insane world, it is the saint who is called crazy.
I'm not sure she understands exactly every line she's saying.
And every scene she would nail, like she would just be able to deliver these terrible, terrible lines.
The reception of Lumily was surprising.
Everybody loved the Scratch.
In such a sweet, positive world, to have a character who's just saying the most depressingly, outrageously sad stuff is really just a relief almost.
Everything's over now, and all that's left is you and the infinite void.
I was absolutely obsessed.
I think it was like 1982. I stumbled upon Donkey Kong.
Loser!
And that was my real intro into the world of Mario Brothers.
Nintendo was very conducive to my development as a child.
These games had such a big importance in my early childhood. I didn't have a lot of toys, but I had Super Mario Brothers.
Mario was, I think, one of the first games I ever played in my life.
You can live in Japan or Spain or Nigeria, and people still all play this game.
I play a lot of video games since I'm a child.
Good times, magical times.
It was the game that we all played and we all loved and still love.
Super Mario Brothers has been around for 30+ years. We had so much to draw from.
Nintendo goes back like centuries.
Wow, really?
One of the first caveman families was Nintendo.
Who is this guy?
Nintendo creates entirely lovable characters.
Mario has millions of fans, hundreds of millions of fans.
I'm a player myself and a big fan.
You're inheriting something that so many people love.
It was scary because like it's a new world already defined.
Hey, what does this do?
It has to be done right because it's Mario.
What power-ups were we gonna feature? What was the world gonna look like? What was Princess Peach gonna look like? What was Bowser gonna look like? What was Luigi's story gonna be?
Yes! The most important thing for me was translating those emotions that I had as a child playing those games into a cinematic experience.
It was super exciting all the way through.
After playing a few times, you enjoy the game, and then love for the characters and story emerges.
I am so glad we spent our life savings on this commercial.
What was the life of Mario and Luigi before they entered the Mushroom Kingdom?
Oh no, we're gonna be late.
He's like an ordinary guy.
Yeah. These are two outer borough guys who come from an Italian family.
I grew up on the East Coast, and my uncles have their own electrician company.
The Super Mario Brothers are here.
We always kind of thought of them as the Mario and Luigi of the family. These two little guys always going up against the big companies in New York City.
If it isn't Brooklyn's favorite failures, the stupid Mario Brothers.
He wants so badly to do something big and to be somebody special.
It's a beautiful story of two underdogs trying to make it in a cruel world.
You're a joke, and you always will be.
He's aspirational, he wants to do something great, but just can't figure out a way to do it.
People are drawn to him, I think, because of that. We all can see ourselves in Mario.
Somebody help! Somebody save Brooklyn!
Save Brooklyn?
Mario!
What I love about Mario is he's a blue-collar hero. He's not born with any kind of special abilities other than this persistence and this perseverance he has.
You just don't know when to quit.
Yeah, I've been told that before.
I love a guy that never gives up. And I love a guy that faces insurmountable odds and says, bring it on.
We wanted this movie to work for all audiences, whether you've picked up the video game or not.
Being part of this legacy is really an honor.
It really is a labor of love from everybody involved.
I think everyone had a lot of fun working on it.
It was a joy to make with the team.
So hopefully we did it justice because everyone's firing on all cylinders.
I think that's everything that you would like to see in a Mario movie.
I saw the movie. It kicks butt. Serious butt.
And it's just a really fun ride.
I know I was super excited to see it with my kids.
My hero!
Woohoo! They're in their 20s now. Somehow we both grew up on Mario Brothers.
So it's really like a trip down memory lane.
I'm gonna take my 10-year-old to see this movie. He'll remember the first time he played Mario when he was 9, and I'll remember the first time I played Mario when I was 9. And in a way, we'll both be the same kids enjoying that.
Our main goal for this film is that people see that we've taken these iconic characters and treated them with the respect that they deserve and make them love the video games even more.
If people come away from this wanting to see more, that would make me so happy because I could keep making these movies until I die.
Please, we are depressed enough.
Is that too depressing?
It's me,
Mario.
It's me, Mario.
No, I can't.
It's me, Mario.
That's all I got.
Who's better? Me, right?
We have hit the big time.
They really knew the movie that they wanted to make from day one, and they were really good at steering us into that vision that they had.
You know, making a movie and a video game, it's completely different.
How do you take things designed for a video game experience and then elevate them for a cinematic experience?
Puts quite a bit of weight on your shoulders into approaching it.
The really cool thing about working with Miyamoto, he understood that, like, in certain places, we have to go beyond what the game is to really deliver for the movie.
In our first meeting, they obviously knew a lot about Mario, and I really sensed their love for the character.
Approaching the world was really a big collaboration with everyone at Illumination and also everyone at Nintendo.
Nintendo, Illumination. Delish.
I was already a fan of their movies, so I was ecstatic when I found out that Illumination would make a Mario movie.
The dream team, the very best of the very best.
Hey!
a synergy that was very strong between us.
Of course, they know the games and that universe better than anyone on the planet, which was extremely useful.
He entrusted us with his most precious baby, Mario.
Hello. Instead of being tangled up in your own thoughts, I like to mix ideas together, turn them around, and let them grow.
Like Miyamoto-san was on calls with us. He showed us how to draw Bowser's nose. He's like, oh, Bowser has the nose of a tiger. And on his iPad, on a Zoom call, he drew Bowser's nose and held it up to the screen like this.
Research-wise, yes, I played the games. Not all of them, because I didn't have time. I had a movie to design.
Nintendo's such a powerhouse in the gaming space because they've managed to world build in a way that's unparalleled.
To us, these game elements are part of the world. We were trying to increase the level of detail and richness in the world without disrupting what people love about the characters in the world.
I had full confidence in them. It gave me peace of mind.
They're just such magicians at Illumination in Paris.
We pushed the animation, we pushed the texture, we pushed the lighting, everything.
You have people modeling all the sets, creating, building in CG all the sets.
Based on the concept and the storyboard, a set designer began to do a CG mock-up. We use this to check the camera placement. We are using also some photo references to achieve the final modeling, texturing.
A lot of thought went into every detail on every character and every set.
From the blades of grass, the texture of them.
You can see the wear on Mario's overalls, or you can see the leather texture on his boots.
I wanted to continuously pause the movie just to be able to really look at it.
We really wanted to push it and make this a world that you wanted to be in and that you could feel and you believed was real.
There was a huge difference in the amount of visual information. I was simply shocked by the difference.
It's honestly the best animation I've ever seen. It is staggeringly beautiful.
Pretty incredible, huh?
Mamma mia.
We have a strong base. As a designer, Mario should look as Mario.
There is quite a bit of design to do to fine-tune the design of the character for the big screen.
Animation-wise, it was the expressions on the character to give him more life, more subtleness.
Up until now, Mario and Super Mario characters were like puppets. But for the first time, I really felt like they were becoming like humans.
The animators on these movies are really, in a way, also the actors because they're designing the performance.
My role is to create a performance and feelings and emotion to the characters.
So everybody saw the commercial then?
I wouldn't quit your day job. Oops, he already did.
Mario felt a bit sad and upset.
A source of shame for their family. They're ridiculed by their uncles and their father.
I think you're nuts.
Well, thanks, Dad.
Mario is someone very brave and optimistic, so he won't show to everyone his feelings.
What'd I say?
So in this sequence, there is a private moment with his brother.
You know what? What do they know, huh?
Their brotherhood bond is strong.
Hey!
He's confident enough to open up to his brother.
Our whole lives, everyone's telling us we can't do this, we can't do that.
I can select the control I want to move the character, so I'm gonna select the eyes, for example. Here I have my little disappointed Mario. So I made him at first a bit upset. I made him more hunched, like this.
Sick and tired of feeling so small.
And when he feels confident enough, I made him open up the chest, wider the eyes.
This is our chance! Destiny is calling!
For some parts of the movie where it involved fighting scenes, we have to explore new styles never done before. More cartoony style, wider the eyes and stretch the face. And have fun doing cartoony things.
We took those famous iconic elements and then just pushed the level of detail on them so that they looked believable, almost like you could reach out and touch them.
Yes! With animation, you polish and polish and polish until something is perfect.
In the video game, every image has to be rendered in
milliseconds. With film, we can take our time and we can really go in and refine visually the shots. It's almost infinite what you can do. Imagining how grand and impressive it can be, and the team has done a stellar job on this film.
Everyone did a fantastic job. The team in Paris and the directors.
It's a masterpiece. I'm very, very excited about it.
I realized what I got to do was very special. It was a really fun experience for me.
The palette, the colors, the action, the fun, whether it's the lighting, whether it's the character design, you will see the love in every single aspect of it.
Last one. Our composer, Brian Tyler, who's a huge Mario fan.
I've been playing since I was a kid. So you can hear the Mario music playing in the game, but in your mind, it's like a whole other world. Yes! I wanted to capture that feeling I had when I was a kid growing up playing.
As Brian and I talked about a variety of things, I learned that he had been a fan of Nintendo games since he was a boy, so he was the perfect composer for the movie.
The original music for the Mario game is immediately recognizable.
And sometimes it's just a little hint here or a little flourish there.
I wanted to pay homage to that, to bring that into the world of cinematic experience.
Brian Tyler and Koji Kondo had a great working relationship.
I watched the pre-production version of the movie and made a list of which game music would work with each scene.
Koji Kondo-san's music is something that is like imprinted in my DNA from everything related to Mario and Kong and you name it.
Brian's musical score is perfect for the movie.
The sound that they came up with together is brilliant.
We made sure that everything from the day one themes all the way up to the most recent games have some reflection in there. There's something we always talked about is like, where can we put these pieces of music that reference the original while maintaining the cinematic version of Mario?
We're gonna need carts!
So in a moment when the movie where they're selecting what cart they should use, it makes a reference to that even. So we're talking like really way down to the super inside references, but at the same time, always making sure it worked dramatically with the scene. While I'm conducting the orchestra, I can see the film being projected on the screen. It's kind of the moment that it all becomes real. The scale of having this 100-piece orchestra and choir doing these themes, and the visuals, and the excitement, and the humor, and the beauty of it, it was a quintessential moment in my life.
Well, I thought he's created a lot of very powerful and wonderful music.
It's really exciting. It sounds incredible.
The worlds are so beautiful.
It's very immersive in these worlds that I think you've kind of imagined since you were young.
Oh, wow. Gosh, like every set in this movie. It's my favorite set.
I mean, it's serious world building, amazing animated set pieces.
The visuals in this movie, it's the game come to life.
We worked with love on every aspect and every set of that film.
Brooklyn? The most exciting set piece of all, because you never know what's going to happen in Brooklyn.
It was a mix of real Brooklyn and a sort of Brooklyn of our imagination.
Oh, Mario, what are you doing? We were definitely thinking about gameplay when we were designing the set. There's a lot of elements from the original Super Mario Brothers game.
We designed it to be more or less the first level of Mario.
The run through the construction site to the plumbing job is based on side-scrollers.
It even ends with jumping on the pole and sliding down next to a little castle. So a lot of it was like an homage to the game, but in Mario's kind of hometown of Brooklyn.
Oh my God, we're in the Mushroom Kingdom.
Come on, Mario! I love the Mushroom Kingdom. The Mushroom Kingdom set was one of my favorite ones to design.
Mushroom Kingdom was decided upon from the very start.
The Mushroom Kingdom is an absolutely iconic thing in the games.
This way, Mario!
We wanted to give it as much scale as possible.
With the Mushroom Kingdom, we wanted to honor everything we've seen in the video games.
Hello.
While also giving you an experience that you've never had in the video games.
Peach's castle's there.
I would want to go to the Mushroom Kingdom. I would just pop in a pipe and and just go right over there.
Love these pipes.
Traveling up pipes vertically.
There's floating bricks, jumping over platforms, all the stuff that's like classic to Mario.
Hold it right there, you two.
There's toads.
We're adorable.
Even walking through Toad Town, we've never really experienced that area as a place where characters live and do business.
It turned out to be a good opportunity to really think about their culture.
Everywhere you see, you have something to look at.
That was really important, to make it feel like it's an actual world that characters inhabit.
Bowser has found the superstar and is headed toward our kingdom.
Bowser's airship in the movie is completely different than his airship from the game.
We wanted to combine his castle and his ship. He's got this giant floating island that has lava dripping off of it, sculptures of his head in multiple places, and it's black like obsidian rock, and it's got chains hanging off of it. It's awesome.
Hop in.
Yes, the 80s vibe was an intention. It was prevalent in the Jungle Kingdom.
That gorilla's wearing a sports coat.
Feel underdressed.
Donkey Kong's Kingdom is very
High octane, a lot of fun.
I would want to go to the Jungle Kingdom and ride some carts, man.
wild car chases. His entry into the kingdom is like a roller coaster ride. The driver's just like, whatever. He's like having a snack on the way. No big deal.
We imagined it almost like a vacation resort in the Bahamas or in Tahiti. Giant mountains around, volcanoes, secret hideouts built into the mountain.
I think about the Donkey Kong fight. There's a good balance between comedy and action.
The danger was actually that there is no bottom to that floating in the air arena.
I just want to go to the arena and watch a fight.
For the Kongs, it's another day in the Donkey Kong Kingdom.
I thought that people who know Mario would probably want to see Mario Kart.
We knew very early on we wanted to do Mario Kart. We knew we wanted to do it on Rainbow Road.
There's like a big Rainbow Road chase, which is something that I've probably been wanting to see since I was a kid.
We really wanted the audience to remember the feeling of playing Mario Kart.
Mario Kart inspired battle on a rainbow.
Everything you've kind of ever wanted as a Mario Kart player happens.
And there was nothing like more ridiculous or awesome to us.
It's Kongs.
Defensive position!
It's our good guys. It's Koopas.
All the Kong carts are like powered by like banana juice. Koopa carts on the other hand are powered by lava, which is very dangerous. So you get the feeling like bananas versus lava.
We thought it was really important to put the audience in the action. Bombing down the road with the characters. Everyone's driving, there's loop-de-loops.
The road is inverted, goes in the sky between asteroids.
Watching the carts on Rainbow Road might make you want to move along with them.
Shells, bananas, missiles. Everything's happening at once.
Using all the Mario Kart elements in a way we've never seen Mario Kart before. As a big action movie chase sequence was incredible.
I think Rainbow Road goes real hard. I think the audience is not going to be ready for how hard it goes.
I'm too cute to die!
Watch and learn.
How am I supposed to do that?
With the power-ups.
There's certainly magic in the game of Mario.
They're items that I wanted to give Mario so that he can take on something beyond his powers.
There are so many elements of the game incorporated.
Punch the box, something comes out, you grow.
There is a mystique about why the things in the game are happening.
Very iconic in Mario World.
We have incredible power-ups for the movie.
Bringing in power-ups and how we're going to treat them cinematically took a lot of discussion and a lot of thought.
Yes! The job was to make them as spectacular as we could.
You're about to pick on someone your own size.
What it looks like, what does it do to the characters, what are the rules we get to play with?
The box with the question mark on it. What's inside? Find out.
Red mushroom gets you big.
Able to break bricks and jump to great heights.
Gotta bounce and jump at the perfect time.
Mario's only just learned how to use all of the power-ups. It's just so funny.
I would definitely eat a mushroom if it was going to make me taller.
The blue mushroom, on the other hand,
blue mushroom gets you small.
Hard to hit, but more vulnerable.
If you get hit, you lose the power.
I guess he got the wrong mushroom.
Miyamoto-san, he said, I have a really funny idea for the movie.
What if Mario, he gets his strength from the mushroom, but he also is repelled by it?
He thinks they're disgusting.
I really wanted to include this idea that Mario actually doesn't like mushrooms.
Really?
Him powering up for the first time. He's not actually afraid of all the hard stuff he has to do. He's just afraid of eating a mushroom.
Miyamoto-san's playful irony.
Now this has to be a mushroom?
We just thought that was such a funny idea that we could just pull through the whole movie.
Okay.
There are two types of flowers.
The fire flower,
which is represented in a really cool way, actually. Not like, oh, I'm burning my enemies to death. It was just like a field of fire flowers. It's a quieter scene, and we used it in a way that helped tell the story. But it drew from the well of Nintendo, and we just love that.
we got the ice flower. And we send out ice.
Peach also uses that at the end of the film to battle Bowser to a standstill.
Flower power.
Nice and easy.
Mario, why do you look like a bear? What is this?
The raccoon suit, or also known as the
Tanuki suit, is my personal favorite. Fly around.
And he's an adorable raccoon.
Huh? You get the right power up and you can fly. You get a different one, you might end up in a cat suit.
The cat suit is fantastic.
He looks adorable.
Has cat-like reflexes and sharp claws. But looks like an adorable character that you just want to squeeze.
Meow. The superstar makes you unstoppable.
It's like the best possible thing.
You want this?
Getting that power up in the video game was always the most satisfying experience.
The whole movie, you're just like, it's gotta happen.
It's gonna blow your mind. Huh?
One of the great things about Nintendo, and especially the Mario Brother games, is that they're made for people of all skill levels, all ages. No matter how good you are at Super Mario Brothers, you get the superstar. For 15 seconds, you are the best player in the world. It's like, I'm terrible at this game, but not for 15 seconds.
I was not terrible at the game.
Well, you were terrible at one point.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
I will power up with this star and destroy the Mushroom Kingdom!
Yo, what's up? I'm Jack Black, and I play the mighty and powerful Bowser.
Just what I thought.
In the Super Mario Brothers movie. But you know, as well as being a ferocious fire-breathing bad guy, Bowser also has a sensitive side.
Kinda.
And wrote this beautiful ballad for the love of his life, Princess Peach.
Ew.
Enjoy.
This one is from my one and only true love, Princess Peach. Peach, you're so cool. And with my star, we're gonna rule. Peach, understand, I'm gonna love you till the very end. Peaches, 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 peaches. Ah, yeah. Peaches, 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 peaches. I love you. Oh, Mario, Luigi, and a Donkey Kong too. 1,000 troops of Koopas couldn't keep me from you. Princess Peach at the end of the line. I'll make you mine. Oh, peaches, 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 peaches. I love you. Oh, peaches, peaches, peach, peach.
Hi, I'm Anya Taylor-Joy, and these are the 5 lessons in royalty and leadership that I learned by playing Princess Peach. Watch and learn. Tip number 1, be compassionate. When Mario showed up at her castle, Peach could have easily turned him away. She had an entire kingdom to protect.
Who's he?
And he was just a tiny plumber.
Found the problem.
But by listening to Mario's problems and agreeing to help him, Peach not only made a new friend,
Who, me?
she also gained a new ally in her fight against Bowser.
Does the princess like him?
Sire.
Which brings me to tip number 2. Being a leader isn't always about being the best. It's also about bringing out the best in others. Remember when Mario tried that training course? He kept failing and failing and failing. Peach could have stormed off and fought Bowser herself. But instead, she spent the entire day working with Mario to make him a more powerful fighter. Come on, try again. With that training, Mario earned the trust of the Kong Kingdom and saved his brother.
Blue! Mario!
No big deal. Tip number 3. You're not defined by where you came from. When Peach arrived in the Mushroom Kingdom, she didn't have any friends or family with her. She had nothing in common with the Toads who found her either. But by being compassionate and helpful, remember points 1 and 2?
Yeah.
Peach gained a new family of Toads who respect and admire her.
She can do anything.
So don't let the past define you. Tomorrow is a new day.
Come on, guys!
Okay, tip number 4. It's not all about the dresses. Dresses are beautiful, obviously.
Oh, yes!
But sometimes the job calls for a motorcycle jacket.
Yeah! Plumbers wearing white gloves?
Just wear what makes you feel happy and helps you get the job done. And last but not least, tip number 5. Surround yourself with people and things you love. When you think about it, Bowser has everything Peach does. He rules his own kingdom, has his own throne room, and a massive army.
I know that.
But the one thing he doesn't have is love.
You ruined my wedding!
That's why he's always searching for new worlds to conquer and a princess to marry.
We can rule the world together.
Peach doesn't want to conquer other kingdoms because she loves what she already has. So appreciate what you've got, and you'll become a Peach, and not a Bowser.
Ew!
And that concludes my guide to modern leadership.
That is how you princess! The Super Mario Brothers are in business!
There are a lot of Easter eggs in the movie.
In Japanese, we say kakushi, which means something hidden.
What do you call that when you remember something fondly? It takes you back to a time that you loved in your childhood?
The nostalgia aspects.
Nostalgic.
Yes!
It's an Easter egg feast, basically.
That means you did it, Kong! Sorry.
It's an absolute feast for the eyes to watch this thing.
We wanted the audience to feel like they were watching a Super Mario Brothers movie that had Nintendo DNA in its bones, like, immediately.
Little surprises that are just for the fans.
We were able to pack so much in the movie.
Whoa! The world-building element is, to me, one of the most cool parts of it.
If you look really closely in the family dinner scene, you can see some of the sheep from Super Mario Odyssey.
You're nuts.
The wallpaper is based on, like, the Vine graphic from the original Mario 8-bit game as well. The biggest one is Punch-Out Pizzeria. You know, hang pictures of, like, the famous boxers from the Punch-Out games on the wall. You can see little Max gloves and championship belt, and then it just sort of started spreading from there. There's a French restaurant called the Chasse au Canard. Did I pronounce that right?
Your French is excellent.
Luigi?
Translates to Duck Hunt, and I did try to take credit for it.
But it was mine.
But it was his idea. We went back through a list of emails.
So bold!
My favorite Easter egg in the movie is in New York. Luigi and Mario
Crash through the wall when they're underground.
The hole they leave in the wall
is shaped like the pixel Mario head from the original 8-bit games.
Whoa. But nobody notices it. And that, to me, is a great Easter egg. Doesn't take away from the storytelling, but as soon as you notice it, it'll warm your heart and tell you that you're in good hands.
Bring it in!
When they released the poster,
The fans were pointing things out that I had no clue on.
there was stuff I haven't even noticed, and I've seen the movie 100 times.
They're not even looking in the right place.
Look at that. I remember that from this game. Or, oh my goodness, they've included this aspect of it.
I think it's going to be fun for the fans to get to watch a movie to see just how many of them there are.
One of the weird things about being such a big fan is that it doesn't feel like Easter eggs. It just feels like Mario to me.
Watching it many times, you'll find all sorts of things. So everybody has fun looking.
The interesting thing about these Easter eggs is they're all very personal to us. They didn't just come from us. They came from the entire crew, and we have an entire crew of Mario fans.
There are so many Easter eggs in the Super Mario Brothers movie that even I don't know how many there are. See if you can find them all.
We want to let the audience know that we know that you know that there was something not in this movie, and that we know that you know that we know that we want to see a certain character in the next one. And that coda is our promise to you that that character probably will be in the next one.
No pressure.
Is that, can you give us something shorter or better?